cuddler.
Oh, are you? Not space.
Yeah.
Not space.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, it works out.
So, I've been forced to get on camera with Spencer Oliver
Hey.
and Johnny Nelson.
We were not going to let you stand behind that camera and shout orders from there. You've got to come down and sit down and bullies.
I was going to stand to the side.
No, this'll do. We're on. Let everybody see who you are.
Yeah. The gym is the kitchen for the fighters.
Yeah.
That's what prepares them. The blood, sweat and the tears, the sparring, the training. So it's
Use that. I like that. I've never heard that before. The kitchen.
well, it is. It's where the good stuff is made.
Yeah, absolutely. That's nice. As I'm saying, it's just a very good analogy.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it is.
I do take direct payments straight into my bank if that's
Well, if there's copyright on that, I'm paying. Don't worry. We're bringing some originality to it.
Right. Okay. Just trying to make me look a mess on TV. Luckily, my channel's small.
See, you don't understand. Your fans want to see you on camera.
No, they don't.
Won't be small once Johnny ruins his arse.
Or you. We've got to get in close because I haven't got a wide angle. See, I don't even know. I can't even see.
Did I tell you I'm like a cuddler?
Oh, are you? Not space.
Yeah.
Not space.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, it works out.
So, I've been forced to get on camera with Spencer Oliver
Hey.
and Johnny Nelson.
We were not going to let you stand behind that camera and shout orders from there. You've got to come down and sit down and bullies.
I was going to stand to the side.
No, this'll do. We're on. Let everybody see who you are.
Yeah,
Power behind the throne.
We don't want to hear all that. Oh, my hair and
This is sort of like bed hair. But anyway,
Right, let's
attention
do it.
off the hair.
Let's do it.
Welcome to October Red Boxing.
Yeah.
I'm going to start off with Spencer, only because I've spoken to yourself before. Spencer, talk to us a little bit about the change that you guys have seen with Sky merging with Boxer, being an experienced fighter and being in the game yourself.
Listen, I've been in it a long time, and we're seeing changes now, and I think that it's all getting freshened up. I think that we're seeing different, just a different broadcast, and I think it's good. I think it's moving with the times, and I'm excited to be a part of it. If I'm totally honest, I think the Boxers brought something. They've got a great vision. I think Ben Shalom's doing a great job. He's come with a great vision, and he's been put under a lot of pressure. For a young kid, he's been put under a hell of a lot of pressure, and you know what? He's delivering. I mean, the build-up we've been this week, the build-up's been great. Going to the open workouts, which was slightly different. The press conference was great. Today was good with me and Johnny. Just done a new show, so I'm feeling it. It definitely feels freshened up, but I think it's freshened up for the better. Yeah, exciting.
Over to you then. What are your thoughts on that?
I must admit the transition, because we've been doing this for 15, 20 years with Sky, and we've seen them come and go. And I'll admit,
A bit like wives.
Yeah, a bit like wives, yeah. And I'll admit, you look at the likes of Matchroom with Eddie, and I think Eddie's the best. He's the don at it. And so everybody's panicking now, thinking, well, what's going to happen now? Then all of a sudden, boxers come along, fresh, vibrant ideas. That was Eddie back in the day, fresh, vibrant ideas, and he's still bringing it through. Now Ben and Boxer bringing something on the map, and we're looking, and people are looking, thinking, is this going to work? Are you going to top Eddie? How are you going to do that? Now all of a sudden, this year, there's a feeling of there's something on the horizon where this is where I can see where this is falling into place now, and it's always hard to get used to something new. It is always hard to get some, but all of a sudden, like tonight, for instance, we did a face-off, like basically a Wayne show, and the crowd got involved. The fighters had mainly done their thing, got on stage. They had a chance to actually enjoy it, because at this point between a fight, once you've eaten, you've weighed in, you've rested up, you think, right, let me just get up to a bit of mischief. The fighters came down, did their bit, boom, give the fans something back. And it was fun. I said to Ben, you know what? Good shout, man. Good little move there. And they've got plans, left, right and centre, all over the country, all over Europe, which I like. So these things take time. So change is new, and the people that benefit are, one, the boxers. how much opportunities are out there for fighters. Can you imagine this opportunity being when we were fighting, being able to fight, and how much opportunity there is for fans to see different outlets of boxing. So either way, the fighters and the fans, they benefit. The business side of it, I ain't a businessman. You know, I'm an ex-fighter, that's a fan. So I benefit either way. And I like to see when fighters make some dough. I like to see when fighters are busy. I like to see when fans get what they want. So those two are my reign. The business side of it, that's not my business, but this works for me.
You were saying?
Yeah, no, I was saying, you know, they had teething problems. You know, when Boxer first come in, they had teething problems because they had ideas, you know, and it was just about how they was going to execute those ideas and get them over the line. And it's falling into place. This week for me, Johnny, I think is the week where you just go, you know what? Wow, it's worked. Because I couldn't see the vision before. I like, you know, we sort of like, really? Will that work? I'm not sure that will work. And then we obviously seen the teething problems, you know, when the transition was first happening. This week has been insane. I've seen some great stuff go out. And Johnny's right in what he says. It's like, it's not just about the shows that go out on TV. It's about, you know, we live in a world now where social media plays a massive part in that. YouTube, Instagram, etc., etc. The young kids that are cutting this stuff. I mean, like, me and Johnny are like a couple of old dinosaurs now, yes? We don't get this stuff. But the stuff that they cut, it's just incredible. I'm just like, they take it away, they film it, yeah. And then he's like, look, what do you think of this, Spencer? Like that tactics piece we've done. You just look at it and you just go, wow. And they're doing it in minutes. So, yeah, I think that Ben's got a great team on board. And I think, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 12 or so months.
You mentioned that you two have got a new show. Talk to us a little bit about that.
We just touched on it a bit there. So now the aftermath, you see the boys are filming the
aftermath.
Yeah, the aftermath. They see the and that's what it is because if you turn your camera around, you'd see empty bottles, empty seats, empty camera boxes, and this is the aftermath. Now the dust has settled. So now all we're going to see is the fight. That's it. So I like the story before the fight,
100%.
All the hassle, all the ups and downs before the fight, and then the next bit is the fight itself. So you're getting a behind the scenes look at what's going on, the gossip. Did Liam Williams actually land a punch on one of Chris Eubanks' entourage walking out?
Yeah, what happened there?
You didn't see that, did you? That's what I'm saying. These are the things you got to think, oh yeah, I saw that, I remember that.
We just basically look back on the week and break it down and just talk about stuff that's happened behind the scenes, stuff that people don't see. Yeah, so and that all comes down to the psychological stuff, the psychological warfare really that goes on between the two fighters. Blood starts boiling, you know, and people lose their heads, you know. And I think that's what we get into a little bit of that one. It's good, man. It was nice and fresh.
It's good. It's a good little idea, and I think we're in an era where it's flying the wall, where people want to see real things, and if you can't get it, you're going to get the closest thing to it. So that's what it's all about.
But the thing is, why it also is a good idea is because the fighters, we tend to just see the fights aired. We don't tend to see what goes on leading up to the fights.
Do you know what it is? And this is the great vision that they've got, and this is something that when I was coming on board, it was part of the job role that I said to them, listen, this is what I want to do. This is the thing that, you know, me and Johnny are great, like, because we're on the ground, so we're ex-fighters, we're great, we see the kids that are coming through, we know the talent that's coming through and everything else. But you know what? Part of the job description that I want is, I want to go and build a profile on the fighters. So I want to go into the gym and get the public, so we get it out there and get the public to know this kid before he gets in the ring, so they're not just watching them and they're just watching, you know, this guy that's boxing, but they're just going, they go, I know him. They feel like they've already emotionally attached to the guy, and I think that's really important. If you can get in there and you know, do profiles on these kids before they're known, because you know they're going to be good, that helps the fan and they feel invested straight away. Does that make sense? And that's the sort of idea that's where me and Johnny will sort of come into our own.
The gym is the kitchen for the fighters. Yep. That's what prepares them. The blood, sweat and the tears, the sparring, the training. So it's
use that. I like that. I've never heard that before. The kitchen.
Well, it is. It's where the good stuff is made.
Absolutely. That's nice. As I'm saying, it's just a very good analogy. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, it is.
I do take direct payments straight into my bank. If that's
Well, yeah, if there's copyright on that, I'm paying. Don't worry. But anyway, yeah, go on. You were saying about the kitchen.
Yeah, it's where we get to see what happens. Often we don't see the trials and tribulations that boxers go through You know, the fact that they get up in the morning, they're running at 6, they may be in the gym then for strength and conditioning at 1, they may go home, have something to eat, and they're training again. Some of them are training 3 times a day. We don't get to see that. I think as the fight fans, and I will narrow it down to the casuals, they're sometimes quick to call fighters bums, quick to call fighters, oh, he's nobody.
Yeah.
But you don't know what that fighter's gone through just to climb through those ropes.
Hence what we was talking about with the profiles. You know, when you go to give the profiles, you know when... Let me give you one here. This is going to be brilliant for this show. So Clarissa Shields, yeah, everyone sees her as this decorated, you know, fighter that's had 71 amateur fights, only lost 1 to Savannah Marshall in the World Championships, 2 gold medals, 1 at London Olympics and then 1 at Rio. You know, this superstar, yeah, training with Floyd Mayweather. Go back, go through the layers, see where this kid come from. Have a look at her upbringing, right? She had an upbringing, you know, she had a really troubled upbringing. This girl had a massively troubled upbringing. I won't go too deep into it, but it was not good, right? And she found a boxing gym, which was basically her saviour. But when I tell you that this girl come from a really rough stock, it's incredible to see that journey. People don't know that. So all of a sudden they're starting to, you know, make their assessments on a person that they don't really know, like when you're talking about this. No, get to know the person, and that's what I think that the idea of this journey that we're going to go on with Boxer as well is I want them to get to know the people. So before you start criticising this kid and where he is and, you know, he's a bum and how shit he is and whatnot, don't go there. See where this kid's come from and then applaud him for where he's at. Win or lose, applaud him for where he's at. And I think that's sort of part of the journey that I want to be on as well.
You know what would be a good idea, like a competition, is to get one of the casual fans, say if you did a competition on it, get them to like enter a competition and then say for example you're going into a boxer's gym, get the casual to come with you and like spend a week training with the fighter. What do you think of that?
Yeah, but the reality is, you know, it looks easy on TV. It looks easy.
I know that. Yeah. I train.
Yeah, that's right. It looks easy on TV, and then when you actually get in there, the gym is, as you say, it's a kitchen, but it's a hot kitchen. And so you'll go in there and you'll think, you know what, oh, this is nice. There's no manners in the kitchen. You know, if you go in there like fresh meat, you're getting eaten alive. So I would get a competition if they're going to go to watch, yeah. If they're going to go to take part, I'd probably think twice about that, because boxing's the only game you can't play at. And you can't give away in a competition. You know, it's something, come and watch. You know, or something else, but to actually play that game, no, you can't play a boxing.
Well, to take part then, maybe not do such vigorous training, but
just to understand it.
Yeah,
I get it. So I totally get it. You got to do it to understand it. And do you know when they do that? Do you know how many life skills you learn through boxing? People go, you know, how would you know, 2 people hitting themselves and like you don't. It's the life skills you get from it. I would suggest that everybody should be part of the curriculum. To go into a boxing gym, they learn manners,
100%.
Self-respect, to respect others. Yeah. You know, all these things are valuable things in life. That's what these kids learn on that. And whether they become boxers or not, it set them off on the right journey in life. Does that make sense? You know, and I think that, yeah, that's what boxing does for kids.
Well, we used to have boxing in British schools. I think they stopped it in the 1950s, I think.
Johnny, you would know all about that.
Oh, the 1950s, yeah. Tell us about the 1950s, Jonathan.
But they are bringing it back. They are bringing it back. Certain schools are doing boxing, it's listen, to box, and this is for parents that don't want their kids to box because they think they're going to get brain damage. You don't have to get in the head. You can still spar. You can still spar and do body sparring. It's the discipline it creates inside one, and certain schools are bringing it back because they understand that.
And like you said, one of the key words that you've mentioned there, both of you have said it simultaneously, is discipline.
100%. Discipline carries you through life, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? You get a job and you're not disciplined to get up, you lose your job, don't you? And then your whole world comes apart. So what I'm saying is, boxing gives you those life skills, like, you know, like
what's he doing? Can you do me a big favour? Can you make sure my battery light's still on there? Because I'm panicking. I can't. This is why I like to be on the camera, because is the red light still flashing? You sure? Because I really. What's he doing? He's got these strange shoes on.
Well, it's not. Yeah, I know, but it's not a shoe. Look, have you seen? They're not strange shoes. They're big shoes. They're sort of shoes I could sleep in. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like to tell us about the size of your feet?
Oh, you know what you do when I walk in the shop.
You might need to get in close.
Please don't. You know what they say about a man with big feet, don't you?
Don't know what you're talking about.
No.
When I walk in the shop, I don't fall in love with shoes straight away. First thing I do is I go to the cashier and say, what size shoes do you go up to? And when they say mine, then I'll have a walk around because I'll see some wicked shoes, fall in love, and they'll say something like, they'll come out with some little Diddy size like 11.
Little Diddy size.
See what I did there? Little Diddy size.
What size are you? Sorry?
So
I don't know where this conversation is going, but...
I'm a size 7.
Oh.
You're 7?
Oh.
I'm a 7, yeah. But in a trainer, I can get in a 6.5. No, 'cause, do you know what? This is weird, right? I don't know about you. 'Cause I don't like movement in my shoes. You know, some of the people like. I'm not gonna mention no names. We got friends that when the two holes on their laces are pulled together, so there's no lace in between. Do you know what I mean? And the shoes like sort of bending over at the top and all that. But do you know what I mean? though? I like a shoe to fit.
So somebody's wearing Ronald McDonald shoes in the office then, is that what you're saying?
He knows who he is.
He knows.
So if I clip this bit out and post it on my Instagram,
Yeah,
they'll know who it is.
Yeah, you know who it is.
You're going to have me looking at everyone's shoes on the Skysports boxing.
Listen, by the end of the week, you'll know who it is. That's all we're saying.
You're going to bounce, all right?
Oh, okay.
Right, we're bouncing.
Well, that was a nice quick one.
We'll
But
continue.
yeah, to be continued.
To be continued.
Spencer Oliver, Johnny Nelson.
Thank you.
October Red Boxing, Part 2.
Pleasure.
To
I
be
love
continued. Gentlemen,
We got you on the, we got you on
I'm
the
gonna
camera.
put a black line. It's so you
Why
got
would you do that?
That's good. That was brilliant.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter, October Red UK. And remember, at October Red, we stay ready.